All right, welcome back. Let's do this again. Second time is a charm. It always goes faster the second time you do it. It gets even faster the third time you do it. Hopefully I won't have to do that. Anyway, I want to make a quick video and just talk about Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and Stellar start of the bull run. We are at the cusp, man. If you didn't see my video, I put it out a little while ago. I'll just go through this stuff and show all you guys. Litecoin has just started its ascent. Now, it's just gone down a little bit from where it was when I shot about an hour or so ago, but I mean, you see, we were hanging out. Well, let's go back to a 90-day. A couple months ago, we were in the mid 60s, right? And then we started an ascent. We are basically almost twice that right now. We have just in the past couple of days really gone up quite a bit. Obviously, it's corrected here in the past hour or so, but this is just the start of the bull run, folks. And a lot of you have had your bags packed for a long time in native crypto and Grayscale, and this is the start of things. I said this. It's been a while since I said this, but if you've never been through a crypto bull run, it can feel crazy. Like you go to sleep one night and you wake up the next day and the price of your Grayscale holdings or your native crypto have like doubled. Sometimes more, sometimes a little bit less. But I mean, that's a crazy, crazy gain in comparison to most other assets that you get into. It's absolutely nuts. I want to take a look. I didn't do a video on XLM the other week, and I meant to because it was a really good example of what happened. So check out XLM. This is 90-day. For the longest time, we were sitting around just under 10 cents for XLM for a long time. And, Stellar is another OG coin, just like Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash. It was hovering there for a long time. Well, guess what? It's done like a 5.5x off of where it was sitting. That's an incredible return right there in a very short amount of time. It beats the pants off of other assets that you get into, like in your brokerage account. It beats the hell out of high yield dividend ETFs, like even that have 100% plus yield. I mean, this is like you did a 5x. You know how long it would take if you had 100% yield to do a 5x on your investment? It would take a while. Pretty short order. This is why crypto is a life-changing thing. It was truly a gift from the IT gods, the crypto gods, the math geniuses out there. Thank you to everybody involved in the creation of crypto. It's a godsend. Let's take a look at Bitcoin Cash and just see how things are moving. It hasn't gone up quite as much percentage-wise as Litecoin, but it's still on the move. This is a 90. Let's take a look at the 1 year. So we had a nice big run up, back in March, and then we sunk down low, and people lost faith. They lost heart in Grayscale and Bitcoin Cash and all this stuff. It's like first time newbie crypto Grayscale investor thing, right? They're like, I don't think this is going to work out. This is a terrible investment, And so they want to bail. I've seen videos posted, like one guy, I think it's Tesla Changed My Life, his channel. He got into Grayscale many months ago after he saw some of my videos, and he was excited about the investment. And then like a week and a half ago, he came out with a video and he said he was selling his LTCN and BCHG because he thought he could make more in the high yield dividend ETFs. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. Of all the times to not sell your Grayscale or your crypto, it is right now. We are right at the gates to heaven. That's where we're at. We're at the gates to heaven. And the gains that he could have had just in the past couple of days, and what we're going to see probably this week for LTCN and BCHG, man, it's going to take him a long time in high yield dividend ETFs. Everybody has their own journey. Everybody learns their own way, but it's like for those who are not savvy about crypto, this is why you do not sell your shit before the bull run, unless you're in a tax-free environment like a Roth or traditional or SEP IRA, and you sell like back in March without tax implication, and then you buy back in when things crash. That's, I guess, the exception. And I wish I would have done that in my IRA accounts. But next time I will. I'll be smarter. Hopefully you will too. And we'll see that the meteoric rise back in February, March for the Grayscale Trust was not natural. It was not happening. The bull run was not scheduled to start. But now we're on track. We're about a month shifted later than we were last cycle, from what I can tell. Because last cycle in 2020, LTCN and BCHG kind of started the rise at the beginning of November. I think LTCN led BCHG, but here is where we're at. We're about a month later, which is kind of weird because Bitcoin having happened a month earlier. So I and many people were thinking we were going to be a month earlier this year compared to last, but not so. This is crypto. You never know what's going to happen, but still, Bitcoin Cash, man. It's starting to do its thing, starting to warm up. Obviously, like all crypto, things can correct really quickly. Just go back to LTC real quick and show you how quickly things can change, right? So 24-hour period where we're just like 15 hours ago, we we're at $100, went up to, what do we reach for a peak there? 128. So nice 30% increase or so in like a 12-hour period. Not bad, pretty nice. And then we're correcting a little bit here. Where it goes from here, I don't know. I mean, generally, I think it's going to go up. We're at the start of the bull run, but short term, excuse me, I don't know. Nobody can tell. Nobody has a crystal ball. We all wish we did. But this is it. We waited for a long time for this. Many of you have been watching my channel for a long time, and like a year plus. And you've had at least some of your shares since, maybe August, September of last year, maybe even earlier if you were into Grayscale before I started talking about it, before you found me. And I don't know. This is the start of things. Like I've said before, I want to repeat this. Especially if this is your first time in crypto, do not hold on to your shares. Do not hold on to your crypto until it reaches some mythical high point that you're hoping for. You got it. There's a saying that says you never go broke by taking a profit. What that means is do not hold on to all your crypto, all your shares, hoping for that high magical number. You got to take profit along the way. Be happy with the profit you've got. Don't get too greedy or you can get burned in crypto because things can change on a dime. So keep that in mind. This is the time where you need to come up with your game plan, how you're going to sell, when you're going to sell, all that kind of stuff. Do it now so you're not like, you're not having to do this stuff when shit really hits the fan, because we're just starting to warm up here. I mean, we're starting to warm up here. I mean, I know it's like, let's see, XLM, excuse me, did a 5X, right? So we did a 5X in XLM. That's an incredible return right there, a 5X. But we're just getting started. Stellar is going to do stellar. This bull run, I have no doubt. But a 5X is nothing to sneeze at all in any kind of investment. That's incredible. Tesla investors would shit a brick. So would Apple investors, Microsoft investors, NVIDIA investors if they pulled a 5X. Well, guess what? It happened in XLM. It's going to happen in Litecoin. It's going to happen in Bitcoin Cash and pretty much anything. Can I guarantee it? Hell no. Should you listen to a guy on the internet? No, you shouldn't. I'm just remember a homeless dude in a Jeep. I'm not even in my Jeep right now. I'm in the garage. So why would you listen to me? I think we're going to make mad money. Really in the Grayscale trust, because premiums I think are going to be off the chart. I think we're going to not only see what we saw last cycle, but they could be even bigger. Because of increased demand, crypto is growing in visibility. People are interested in it. I think it's going to take off. I think there's going to be a mad rush to. This is FOMO season. This is when it kicks in, folks. When outside people who have not been in the know and interested in and invested in crypto and Grayscale, when they see what's happening, this is when they start to like pay attention, and they'll really buy in when it does like another 2x, 5x, 10x from here. That's when they get really excited. Guess what? They are the liquidity for you and I. They're coming in late. They're buying shares at a high price. They're buying crypto at a high price. That's the lesson many of us have had to learn. I've had to learn this shit. Everybody does, but they provide liquidity. We should be thankful for them. The IT gods are providing them a sacrifice for our profits, I guess. Whoever's coming in late to the game, they are our liquidity. So be thankful for them, the latecomers. And who knows? They might even though people get in late, quote unquote, they might still make a really good profit, because who knows where things are going to go. Even if you buy when things are like a 10x from now, hell, they could go up to a 20x, even pulling a 2x return on your investment. That's nothing to sneeze at, right? And a lot of investors who are brand new to this, they're going to be really thrilled with the 2x. We're going to do way better than a 2x. Can I guarantee it? Hell no. But I just know that personally, we're going to do way better than a 2x. But again, not financial advice, never has been. And as somebody astutely pointed out, and this is many moons ago, they said eventually you're going to say something like this in your channel, Ethan. You're going to say, I've always been saying not financial advice, but at some point I'm going to be like, that's pretty good advice for not being financial advice, right? So we're going to smoke our dividend-only investor comrades who are anti-crypto, don't want to get into it for whatever reason, we're going to smoke them. Because if you were in Stellar, for example, and you pull the 5x on your investment in such a short period of time, you know how long it takes to get a 5x return on your investment, even if you have a 100% dividend yield? A long time. Because look, Grayscale trusts and native crypto, if you hold on to them for at least a year, you get long-term cap gains rates. For these dividend ETFs, you know, these high yielders, it's like, assuming it's not return on capital, which is like bullshit returns anyway, but if it's actual yield, well, it's short-term cap gains rates you have to pay if you're outside an IRA, right? So it's like, if you're outside an IRA in a taxable account, it takes a while to be able to pull a 5x, even with 100% yield on these high yielders. And you can do just way better than that in crypto, and especially in Grayscale. We're gonna smoke. I believe BCHG, LTCN, and GXLM are gonna smoke the native crypto counterparts of Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and Stellar. I think those underlying cryptos are gonna do phenomenally well. So will many others like Ethereum Classic, but I think the Grayscale trusts are going to smoke them. I think even the ETCG trust, you know, which last cycle was trading at a discount during most of the bull run, and it has been. I think it'll still perform at least as well as Ethereum Classic, the native crypto. Hopefully, the premiums will, you know, be, I guess, greater than what they were when people bought into them, so there is an increased gain. If you're investing in ETCG, I've got a little bit in there. I like to do some rotation in there. I've talked about rotation in the past. It'd be pretty cool. This has turned into a longer video than what I thought, but I just want to talk about some things. It's been a while since I punched out a video, and I thought I'd just talk through some of these things. Keep your head on straight. We are at the beginning of the game right now. You know, there's nothing wrong with taking profits here. There are going to be some people that when LTCN, BCHG, whatever trust they're in does a 5x or a 10x, they bail. And there's nothing wrong with that at fucking all. You got to do what's right for you. And there's like a 5x and a 10x return is amazing. Like do what makes you happy. One thing, like if you are that kind of person and you're thinking about like bailing at a 5x or a 10x or whatever, is maybe sell like the majority of your shares, but leave some to ride just to risk it. Like, because you've already, in that situation, you've already like turned a profit in a good one. But leave some to ride and leave it. It's like house money, basically. Leave it to ride, see where it goes, sell it off in small tranches, you know, reverse DCA it like I've talked about in the past. But get your game plan together, like how you're going to do this, how you're going to exit, what you want to do. You never know what's going to happen. The highest prices, the best selling points might come early in the crypto season. They could come before the end of the year. They could come before the end of January. Early on, if premiums spike really high, even though the underlying cryptos don't spike, they could. So keep that in mind. Got to watch the prices. Exit at a point when you feel happy. And again, you might not want to exit out of your bags completely. You might want to just sell some of a certain percentage of whatever you hold. So keep that in mind. Like I said, though, do not hold everything, for months and months and months thinking you're going to hit some mythical high number, because it might not happen. And you don't want to get burned. So I'm just trying to give you guys some advice that's not financial advice as usual, but just some friendly advice to somebody who's been through this and seen what's happening in crypto. And I like 2017 was my first intro to crypto. I was like, this is cool. I bought in at a fairly low price, rode the price up, and then watched it crash in value because I had no idea how crypto markets were going to work. And it's like they're pump and dump schemes. That's what they are. But they're glorious pump and dump schemes. And if we get in low and we sell high, and then we do it again, we buy in low and we sell high, and we do it again, rinse and repeat, you can get just very wealthy in just a few short years in comparison to any other kind of investment that you could be in. It is truly life-changing. I've done videos on this in the past, like how easy it is to become a millionaire and a multimillionaire and even a billionaire. Like doing this kind of stuff it's just like a piece of cake. Most people would not believe you. Most people are doubters. Most people don't move. They don't want to invest their money because they don't want to lose it. All this shit. And as a result, they stay stuck where they are at the jobs that they hate. They have retirement accounts that aren't going to probably suit them very well into retirement, and a whole bunch of problems. So you guys have made a wide choice, in my opinion, investing in native crypto or Grayscale. Maybe you're in both. Maybe you're just in one of them. But a great thing. We're at the cusp of this thing, and it's going to take off. I'm going to be watching my portfolio like a hawk moving forward. You should too. You should watch it at least daily to see what the hell's going on. Checking CoinMarketCap, checking your Fidelity or Schwab or whatever brokerage account you've got your trust held in. And Yeah, it's game on. It's a good one. I'll do some other videos, probably at some point talking about stuff, but I honestly, I've been so busy with work the past couple of weeks. It has been absolutely insane. I've been working at nights and the weekends, and waking up at like 4 a.m. starting to work and working until like 10 o'clock at night. It's crazy. It's a great time for the company. We're making a lot of really cool things, so I don't complain. I'm driving this myself, so I'm the one driving all these changes. So it's like I'm just excited about it. But it's taking my time away from other stuff that I've been doing in my life, like making videos. So I'll make these every once in a while, but I don't know how often. But yeah, I'm not going to bail on you guys, so I'll be around. But just get your game plan together. If you haven't already joined Discord, join Discord. There's a link in the description of the video to get in there and just be a part of the community and be a part of the conversation as things happen. Prices are going to go up, prices are going to come down. That is crypto. That's life. That's just any asset, right? But crypto, it's extreme moves, and people get panicked when extreme price drops come and they want to bail, and they don't realize the long-term vision, the long-term goal, that if you just hold for a couple of weeks, a couple of months longer, you're good. Like, you're good. Just have your shit together. This is especially important if you have never been through a crypto cycle before. If this is your first time, that's why it's like, in my opinion, it's good to be part of a community. So you might want to consider joining Discord. You don't have to, but obviously you can do what you want. I wish Discord, like the one we have, was around last cycle. There wasn't one that I was aware of. That I was just on my own, right? And I sold a good portion of my shares, not all my shares. I should have sold them all, because I watched the ones I didn't sell crash in value after the bull run was over. But I held on to them, and now I'm going to cash out of them this cycle. I'm going to do my best to make sure I cash out of all my shares before the cycle is over, and before the Grayscale trust collapse, because that's when you don't want to be holding shares anymore. You don't want to be holding any crypto. Even for those, by the way, before I wrap this up, there are people that think that crypto is a long-term hold. I understand that viewpoint. However, if you're in it to make money, which everybody in crypto is. I know a lot of people say they're in it for the tech, they're in it for the privacy, they're in it for the it's just the things that crypto has to offer in terms of freedom and all that kind of stuff. I totally get it. But the biggest thing you can do in life, in my opinion, is make money, because it gives you flexibility and freedom. If you buy low and sell high, you can still buy back into your favorite cryptos when they crash again. And then you've got them for the next cycle. So you're good. It's all good. So, all right. That's it for this video. I hope you guys are doing well. I'll do another one in the future. Until then, you guys take care. Good luck. God bless. Godspeed.